What's up, everybody? This is Whisky in the Six. I'm Rob. Today I'm doing a little bit of an experiment. This is impromptu. Testing out the new laptop that I got, technically for Father's Day, I guess you can say. But it's both mine and my wife's, not just mine. So what I'm doing is I am testing out which is better, the Stagg Jr. of new, which is the 65.95%, courtesy of Jeremy from Toronto Whisky Society, and that's in my Papa Glencairn, versus the older version, which is the 64.75. I think that's a 2017 in my new Whiskey in the Six glass, which my wife purchased for me. She had a couple made. So the new one's in the Papa glass, and the old one is in the Whiskey in the Six glass. We have about 7 people, and already 4 thumbs up. This is impromptu, guys. I got to pull up the chat still. I haven't done that yet. Testing out my new laptop. So hopefully you guys can see and hear me well. Oops. All right, like I said, a little bit of a Stagg Jr. shootout. Let's put this bad boy on mute and pull up this chat so I can see who's in the house. It doesn't look like there's too many of you right now. It says 5, but I don't see anybody chatting. Upload the chat. All right. So yeah, here we go. We got Jason C in the house. We got Mark Saliba in the house. What a pleasant surprise. Yeah, I'm not going to be on long. Just having a little bit of fun. Thought I'd test out my new glasses that were purchased for me for Father's Day. One says Papa on it, and the other, I have 3 of these new Whiskey in the Six glasses, which I do plan on selling at some point. We'll see if I can get them in bulk. Got Kevin in the house. G Unit. Sound is great. Video is great. Good. Awesome. Those are slick. I will be selling them. I don't know price points yet, just because I got to find out how much everything is going to cost me and that sort of thing. So we got about 8 people in here, which is not bad for an impromptu. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing this for a very long time. I just wanted to test out the new Stagg versus the old Stagg. So like I said, if you're just joining us right now, this is the older one. I've already done a review on it. It's 64.75 ABV. The proof is 129.5. This one is the newest one, which is 65.95, so almost 66%. The newer one is in the Papa glass, and the older one is in the Whiskey in the Six glass. I'm going to nose taste them neat and then add a touch of water. Actually, I won't be adding a touch of water because I don't have my water down here. Okay, so this is the newer one. Definitely has a little bit more punch on the nose than the older version. 65.95 is from last fall, not the most recent batch. Okay, so it's a more recent batch than the one I have, that's for sure. The one I have is 64.75, so I'm assuming that maybe that's 2016. You guys might know better than I do. Yeah, Kevin makes a great point. New to Ontario. We get things a little bit later than everybody else. So, Jason Whiskey Wise in the house. What's up, buddy? So, Jason's saying that he just bought with one. Which one did you buy, buddy? Dan Trout in the house. How's it going, buddy? What's up? Honestly, on the nose, the older version is a little more subtle, a little bit more relaxed, I think you can say. Position this so that you guys can see it better. Right there. So they look like Glencairn glasses, but they're not quite Glencairn glasses. I noticed it right away when I picked them up, when I lifted them up, I mean, that they weren't Glencairns just because the bulb sits a little lower. It's not as rounded. It's a little bit more pointy, and they're lighter. I noticed it right away when I went to pick it up. It's pretty interesting. That obviously means that I've held the Glencairn maybe a little too often. We got about 15 people in the chat. All right. So I think nose goes to the newer version, but that could just be that Oxygen has done its work to the older version that I have, and it's just a little bit more tame now. On the palate. Honestly, I might have some people that disagree, but bourbon is always best at a higher ABV. If I can give you guys any advice, it's don't buy a bourbon lower than 50%. You're probably going to be disappointed. There are some good ones, don't get me wrong. There are some really good ones that are around 47%. But if you can, 9 times out of 10, you're going to really enjoy it if it's 50% or higher. That's good stuff. Moving to the newer, higher in ABV one. Yeah, so Jason's saying that he agrees, higher ABV, always. Man, that new one, this version is excellent. 67.95, noticeable difference right away in the palate. What's up, Mark from Whiskey Whistle? He's saying it's an early start. I'm not going to be on for long, probably about 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, depending on how things work out. Got about 17 people in the chat right now. Daniel from Whiskey Throttle has joined us. What's up, buddy? Got That's Crazy Mike in the house. Him and Swami were up to no good last night on the live. It was pretty good live. So far on the palate, the newer one, the 65.95 is kicking the old one's ass, like by a long shot. Interesting. So this one is almost, over a full percent lower in ABV. But let me finish that thought after I finish this next sip. But this one is way smoother. Way smoother. I'm not even, like, it's not even close. So, like I said, this is high. This is almost 66%. Crazy. So, yeah, New Menium is saying that the 65.95 is so good. I bought 3 bottles. Honestly, it's excellent. I completely agree. Kevin's drinking Pikesville tonight. Yeah, honestly, very underrated stuff. I'm going to talk more about that in a little while. I might do a overrated and overpriced bourbon edition for American Whiskey Month, and I might also do the underrated, underpriced bourbon, or American whiskey anyway, just to kind of nail home some points that I find pretty interesting. Donner Pass in the house. What's up, buddy? Donner Pass whiskey anyway. Greetings, love Stagg Jr. Yeah, honestly, I really do. I thought I really loved this one until I tried the newer version, which might not be the newest version from what I'm learning in the chat, but it's newer to me. It's 65.95%. This was given to me by Jeremy from Toronto Whisky Society. If you're joining, it's kind of because I was eager to test out my new laptop. I just bought a new MacBook Pro, so I wanted to see if it came in with quality sound and quality video, and so far it looks okay. I missed Mark's point. There was a good point up there, and then I overlooked it by accident. Of course, with all the new U.S. distilleries opening, I'll add a caveat. Make sure it's straight bourbon or straight rye or straight whatever. The loose requirements for non-straight whiskey are bad. I agree. American whiskeys have a lot of loopholes, and if it doesn't say straight on it, then you don't know what you're getting. You can get it's worse than the Canadian 9% rule, in my opinion. There's a lot of weird things that go on with non-straight American whiskeys. So you can take that however you like. Pressman's in the house. I hope I didn't miss anybody, but if I did, I apologize. You guys seem to be chatting away. Want to honestly give a huge shout out to my wife tonight. She bought me these awesome glasses. One says Papa. Obviously, this one might not be appearing on the channel as often, but the other one has a Whiskey in the 6 on it. I will be selling these glasses eventually. All right. I'm thinking, I don't know. I got to talk to the Scotch Test Dummies and see what they charge. I'll try to keep it the same. But yeah, she did an awesome job. She picked up these glasses for me. She did some other things. And then we went out and bought this laptop, which it's for both of us, but she knows that I'm going to be getting the brunt of the use for Whiskey in the 6, right? So Jeremy, what's up? Jeremy just joined us, and he's the reason I'm able to do this head-to-head of Stagg Juniors. And so far, Jeremy, the one that you gave me is kicking the ass of the old one that I have. So it's smoother, it smells better, and it's tastier. It's crazy how that can happen from batch to batch, but if you have the opportunity and you see both of these on the shelf, so the one I have here cost me $80 Canadian, and it's 64.75%. The one that's kicking its ass right now is the 65.95%. So 65.95%. Run out, grab it. I would give this an A+ for sure. I gave this probably close to an A+, if not an A+. I would say that this is at least a percentage higher, if not more. So, definitely. Claire the Third, what's up, buddy? Undercharge them. That's the Canadian way. Peter White just joined us. Bourbon is bourbon, same rules. American whiskey or blended is your mystery juice. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what Mark was saying anyway. Miguel S. in the house. Can't go wrong with Monkey Shoulder. Enjoying that right now. A lot of people really like Monkey Shoulder. I haven't tried it myself. Actually, I have tried it. That's a lie. I tried it at a bar, but I haven't had an opportunity to sit down with it and really take it in. So I'm not going to say yes or no, but I trust your judgment, and I trust that so many other people really enjoy it. That's crazy saying that he has a 66.25 Stagg Jr. Very interesting. I wonder how that one would stack up against these ones. Honestly, noticeable and incredible difference between these two Staggs. These two Stagg Juniors anyway, for me. I probably won't even finish this glass, whereas I definitely will enjoy this one. So Jeremy's saying that he has batch 4 and it's not good, but batch 9 is really good. So that definitely means something to the bourbon animals out there, like Claire the Third, who has about 10,000 George T. Staggs, and that's what he's saying right now. Got to get the regular GTS. We're not as privileged as you are, Claire. We don't come by those bottles very often. So Claire believes that the GTS is the best bourbon in the world. I don't know. I think it's up there for sure. It's excellent stuff. But so far, from my experience, I like the William LaRue Weller a little bit better. Spirit Safe just joined. What's up, Rob? How's it going, buddy? So I had about 28 for impromptu. That's pretty good. Can't complain about that. If you guys don't mind, hit the like button, the thumbs up, just because it does help with a little bit of activity on the channel. I do this American Whiskey Month once a year, or this is my second year anyway. And this time of year is kind of slow for views as it is and all that other stuff. And a lot of people that watch my channel watch mainly for Scotch. So it definitely helps when I get the thumbs up, because it helps get the word out there that, you know, I'm doing something on this channel. So I appreciate your support, and I also appreciate the thumbs up, guys. Yeah, I've had this, Rob saying that he sees that I have the Sio Bana. I don't know, I've definitely butchered the crap out of that, but yeah, I got to go back to it. I didn't love it the first time I opened it, but I think I might like it a little bit more now. We'll give it a shot, and then we'll see in the coming days. As soon as June's over, I'll go back to hitting up all the Scotch that I have on my desk. I have quite a bit, and there's some special bottles at the back, so we'll see that all very shortly. Claire the Third always talks about whiskeys that I can never get, like Al Young, Four Roses. You're a jerk, Claire. You're just a jerk. Gregor's in the house. What's up, buddy? Daniel saying that he might go, or people are requesting that Daniel goes live after. I love you too, Claire. That's why I feel comfortable calling you a jerk on lives, because I know you won't take that personally. Yeah, so Jeremy made a lovely purchase today. I won't say what he bought, but he can feel free to share it in the chat if he likes. I'm not going to say, just because that's his personal stuff. But crazy bottle, something that I'm dying to try myself. I purchased one myself, so I will be trying that hopefully very shortly. Yeah, honestly, Daniel, I would invite you on my channel right now, but I don't plan on being on for more than another 10 minutes or so. So there you go. Jeremy just shared it below. He says that he purchased the Highland Park 30-year-old. We both have one now. I can't wait. It's so good. Is that an unsealed Kalila? So this Kalila here is opened. Crazy deal. I picked this up for about $109 Canadian. It was an LCBO blip. They definitely don't do that very often. They released probably about, I want to say 10 cases, maybe a little, actually probably less than 10 cases. I picked up 2. I used one in a trade for a Springbank Burgundy, and I opened the other one. So I'm pretty happy. That's the Kalila 18. It's not the 15 or the 17. What size is this shirt that I'm wearing? I look huge. I don't know. I think it's a medium. You guys could probably see. But you know what? Go have, stop staring at my pecs, man. That's an extra small. Mike always coming in with the hate. Always. Rob shops at Baby Gap. Yeah, that's true too. You know what? I invite any of you guys that I'm obviously friends with to come down to my kickboxing club and see where I shop. Go Habs is an ass man. Gregor is saying that my arms look like the Ultimate Warriors with the ribbons on it. There's some room here. Come on, there's room. There's lots of room. I'm okay. It's just it's cut well. It's cut for my body. I have short arms, so every time I'm wearing a regular T-shirt, the shirt comes down to like the bottom of my bicep. So I like these Ben Sherman shirts because I should be getting paid by Ben Sherman to say that, but because they are properly fit. This is a medium, though, I promise you. Welsh Toro in the house. He just tuned in, and yes, unfortunately, I'm not showing off my muscles, but these guys are talking about them. So, Kevin, honestly, I'm super stoked about those Bunnahabhains, buddy. I'm purchasing a couple of Bunnahabhain 25-year-olds, and I'm really, really excited about them. They've been gone from Ontario for a very long time, so I can't wait. Okay, everybody keeps saying extra small, so I really feel the need to prove a point here. I think it says it right there. What does that say? Medium or small? It might be small. No, that's a medium. It's a small? That's a small, I think. I don't know. Can't see. Bunnahabhain 25. Honestly, in Ontario, that's actually one of the well-priced whiskeys. It's $400 at the LCBO. It's a little bit less in Alberta, depending on where you shop. All right. So in the U.S., that Bunnahabhain 25-year-old is going for $900 American. I don't know, not at all places in the U.S., obviously, but I know that I saw it on Total Wine for $900 American. So maybe some of the Americans that are in the chat can actually give us an indication of what. Listen, this is not the Quake show. We're not taking off shirts tonight, okay? I'm not drunk enough for that. So Miguel's saying I need a size bigger. Listen, it fits, all right? Nobody, why are we talking about my shirt? Listen, do you guys have a glass of whiskey in your hand? That's what's important. Let's talk about that. I have 3 of the PX. Honestly, I'm dying for the PX to come out. It comes out very soon here. I will be picking up 1 or 2 of those if I can. Take out the suspenders. So, Mike, that's crazy saying that he purchased, or maybe he didn't purchase his, but he found it for 300 Canadian somewhere in Canada that he's not allowed to mention. Yeah, I've heard of it for around that price as well. So if you're lucky enough to find it, the Bunnahabhain 25 for around that price, then grab it because that's a crazy deal. Speaking of shirts and now glasses, I will be selling these glasses. All right, very shortly. If you guys are interested, you guys can email me. I will be selling the Whiskey in the Six shirts as well, and the hats, of course. I've been doing okay with the hats. Quite a few people like them. They're new era hats, so they're good quality. Let me know. Yes, Total Wine in the U.S. has it for $900. So that Bunnahabhain 25 is $900 US. That's insane. Jeremy's starting a new shirt fund. I need more than, listen, man, I shop at expensive stores. I need more than $5, buddy. You guys are jerks. You guys are all jerks. That's really good. So the verdict is that the newer version of the Stagg Jr., the 65.95, is definitely better than the 64.75. I'm talking by like a long shot. It's not even close. It burns less at a higher ABV. It's buttery. There's caramel there. There's definitely vanilla. Crazy. Even the nose is not as good on the older version. Still good, just not as good. Mark is saying what he really wants is the 42-year Lejeune. Yeah, you and me both, buddy. Good old Italian cologne. Shop at Talese. I don't think I've ever heard of Talese. I shop at a store called Tristan in Yorkdale. Yorkdale's in Ontario, if you guys are not familiar. There's another store I shop at called Ben Sherman. It's a British store, but there's a few locations in Ontario as well. So, and then the other one is Jack and Jones. Those are my main go-to. All right, so we're approaching the 30-minute mark. What are you guys drinking? I don't think I asked you guys that question yet. I'll stay on for another 4 minutes, and then I'm going to log off. So Welsh Toro is saying that his Stagg Jr. is 66.505%. Very good stuff. That's awesome, man. There's a whole bunch of different batches. Every release is a different batch. And from my experience, like I was saying earlier, a bunch of you guys missed it, but the higher the ABV with bourbon, usually the better. So if you go by that rule of thumb, you're pretty safe, in my opinion. Claire the Third is saying that, Claire is drinking the Macallan Edition number 4. He's probably just saying that to piss me off because he knows that I'm dying to get a edition number 4. But if he really has that, then he better not hold out on me and better tell me where I can purchase a couple of those. Different than the others. So he's not lying. Man, how do you do it? Claire, honestly, you're my hero, buddy. You are my hero. Plenty of good ones at 46%. Honestly, Bill, I don't disagree, but I tend to really enjoy bourbons that are 50% or higher. Bourbons below 50% often disappoint me. So Peter White also has the 66.05% Stagg, and for a couple years now. So that's an older version, I'm guessing. Make room on the shelf. Yeah. Honestly, I've never had a bad bourbon that's 50% or higher. I know that sounds bad, but even like cheap stuff like Evan Williams at 50% is excellent. I think bourbon is meant for higher ABV. That's where you're really going to capture that creaminess, that buttery texture, all those types of things that we really love about bourbon. That sweetness, that's coming from the higher ABV, I think, personally. I could be wrong, but Macallan Edition 4 is available for 1 week in the UK. That's great. Did you get one, Welsh? I hope you got one, bud. Green box. Yeah, I heard that it's a green box. Claire, where did you get yours? Please text me and let me know because I'm very curious. What's your Honestly, I rarely wear cologne. I wear deodorant, obviously, but I don't wear a lot of cologne. I kind of don't like the prostitute smell. So I hope that answers your question, Daniel. Yeah. Mark's heading back to Winnipeg shortly. I think it's at the end of this month or the end of July. I can't remember exactly, but he says that he has an Evan Williams waiting for him back in Winnipeg breathing. So, and he really enjoys it as well. Simple Diversion just jumped in. That's, I'm guessing, Rob. Excuse me, but it could be Graham. I had a great time with Simple Diversion. Last week, Tuesday, I had a blast. Honestly, those guys are super, super cool guys. If you haven't subscribed to their channel yet, please do it. Really, really cool guys. I'm dying to get Mark Whiskey Whistle on my channel. Maybe this time works for him. If we can work something out, I know that we'll be able to work something out when he gets to Winnipeg, but we'll see. June 28th. Okay, so he'll be in Winnipeg shortly. Honestly, don't get me wrong. This version is still good. It's just this one is better. Definitely better. So I have to thank Jeremy from Toronto Whisky Society and Sipper Social Club. If you guys haven't added him on Instagram, go ahead on Instagram and add him because he's going to be making a big announcement shortly. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you want to stay tuned. So you're going to want to be on his Instagram channel. You might want to be paying attention to my channel as well because the guy knows a ton about whiskey. He drinks some of honestly, he drinks awesome stuff. He has wicked bottles. The only other guy that I know that spends as much on whiskey as I do. So that says a lot in my opinion. I'm drinking a glass of Illich. I don't know. I never heard of it. A cast strength Isla, probably Lagavulin. I guess that's an independent bottler. Which batch is what? So this batch, I think, is batch 9. Jeremy was saying it's 65.95%. That's the one that won tonight. Definitely go out and pick that up. This one's still good. It's still up and around the 89, 90 mark, 64.75. I'm not sure exactly which batch that is. Probably 7, but I could be wrong. Could be batch. Is there a batch number on the bottle? Welsh Toro saying, big shout out to Mexico. I love the victory over Germany. Honestly, it was a great game. And Germany had some great chances that they couldn't capitalize on. I was really, really impressed with Iceland yesterday, tying Argentina. That was a huge feat for them. I'm Italian. Many of you guys know that. And it's very strange for me not to be able to root for Italy in the World Cup. But it's giving me an opportunity to actually watch these games in an unbiased way. Because even if the two teams that you're not involved with at all, you always have biases when your team is in because you want certain teams to win, certain teams to lose. You don't want to hear from that Mexican guy at work or that Portuguese guy at work or whatever else. So you always have biases. But today I don't care because Italy's not in the World Cup. So it's awesome to watch it this way. I'm really getting to enjoy the soccer games. It's awesome. All right. I think I'm going to leave it at that, guys. We're just over the 30-minute mark. I had a good time. If you guys don't mind, click the thumbs up button if you haven't already. It helps out with the channel. Like I was saying earlier, the views this time of year are terrible, and hitting the thumbs up actually really helps. So the more, the merrier. I really appreciate you guys joining. And like I said, if you haven't already and you have the opportunity to, go buy the batch 9.